Okay, so we just finished episode 7 of Mandalorian. What are your thoughts?
I've already forgotten it. Good and bad. It was a mixture of the two.
What's good?
The ending.
The ending?
Like half. So I'm pretty sure it's split into two. Like the first part, kind of lame. Actually, I can barely remember it actually now. Yeah, let me watch the recap.
Okay, I know the recap. Let me recap for you. The New Republic girl contacting Moff Gideon.
She still has no real purpose.
She was talking to Matt. They're like, okay, Moff Gideon's coming back.
I don't know. For some reason, it doesn't really feel like it's important.
Oh, now you have a...
No, I mean, like... Okay, so she had to kill the guy, but obviously a lot of people just forgot him. He could still be on Moff Gideon's side. I don't see why he had to die. I really don't see why he had to die at this point. Just him still be part of Moff Gideon's crew. And then Moff Gideon already is on the planet the Mandalorians are coming to.
Duh, you don't... Okay, you don't know that yet.
Where's the spoiler?
Okay,
But I'm saying the writers know this. And so what is her purpose when Moff Gideon already...
New Republic girl came up to contacting Moff Gideon, and then after that we switch back to the Mandalorians.
You skipped something.
What is it?
You didn't talk about the droid. The High Magistrate is sitting in his office, and the Mandalorians come in their ship. He has to explain to the robot that's not an Imperial cruiser, it's a light cruiser, and it's a Mandalorian ship. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that the Mandalorians were jerks because this town literally just got invaded by pirates and destroyed. And fine, you really want to talk about Grogu getting his little Gundam suit?
Yes,
yeah.
I hate it. It's not a cool suit. The suit is not cool.
I think in the trailer we got to see Din Djarin and Grogu. Like the robot, I don't think anyone really expected Grogu to be piloting this thing, to have like some type of Gundam.
The yes and no.
Oh god, he abused that power. He abused the ability to talk. Yeah, I was reminded of something that I watched recently. Oh, the TV show Beef on Netflix. There was a scene where they were talking about kids, and that if kids had the mobility as like an adult, they would be like serial killers. Yeah, and that's pretty much what Grogu was at that point. Like, Grogu is a serial killer. He's gonna hurt people. and he automatically does. His first time leaving the magistrate's house, piloting this thing, he just destroys this man. Well, doesn't destroy, but he steals. He just takes. And eventually he's gonna get guns. I don't see why they wouldn't give him like 2 little pistols. Because if he doesn't kill anyone with the robot body, then what is the point of giving him the robot body?
So we don't want him to be Mandalorian. We just want
so
him to
this is how he's gonna be a Mandalorian. This is how he moves and keeps up because he's a freaking baby.
So that's kind
he
of
can't
like,
keep up.
I'm afraid and I don't like it.
Crane?
Yeah.
Oh, Crane is also sometimes a slang nickname for weed.
Really?
That's what Google said. So yeah, we get Ninja Turtle, a Ninja Turtle Mandalorian crossover. Okay, so when they're like landing their ships, like to form like their little base, they're coming in fast. Like how do they talk about parking? You had these little ships land first and you had the big one come in, and I was just like imagining, it's like, did they have to tell them to park somewhere else? Like, hey, can you move your ship? Like, you're literally in the way. You literally parked as close as possible. Why would you do that? That's so rude.
Maybe they have some auto parking.
I guess they have to talk about it. Maybe they have a formation. It just
So they went to Mandalore. Okay, because they want their home back, apparently. I was just pissed because aren't they talking about living in this more peaceful planet alongside the High Magistrate? They have land and they have authority.
Yeah, but this is where like their culture is.
Yeah,
Like, this is where
it's unbelievable.
This is where the materials that they make their armor is. This is where they establish their giant empire. This is where they became like one of the great races or like religions. They became like one of the great superpowers in the world by being on this planet. They were just hiding in the shadows, staying in caves when they were on other worlds. It's like their chance to, bring peace to their people and no longer be like hunted down, right? And probably even get revenge on the ones that did it to them. I really wish we got a better look at these older Mandalorian armor, just to see if there's anything different. I felt like there was, like, for the newer ones, they have more just one piece, their chest piece anyways. The older one, they had like kind of like grids, not grids, but like bars, like down. And then honestly, they had like this whole like conversation about like what they were doing on this planet, how they got there, and it's like, yeah, dude, we know. That's how I was. Like, we survived on this planet since the bombing. We tried to live on the ground, but we couldn't. And the thing is, we know it's like, yeah, dude, it's obvious. Like, shut up.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
You didn't pay attention to the entire 3 seasons. This is context clues. I think it's just context.
Yes. Just for people like me who wasn't paying attention the entire time.
Yeah, like the one smart thing is that they're like, we need to find the forge, and the old guys were like, oh yeah, we know what that is. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, we hang out there. Like, we shoot the shit. We play golf there. It's like we hang out there. They knew where it was.
Then how could they not know Moff Gideon was there?
Oh, they most likely knew where the forge was, but they haven't explored on the ground because they said, they said that anyone that went down to explore ended up dead and never returned.
That makes sense.
That's what happened to him. Moff Gideon just like, they took him out.
Oh, we forgot that part when Moff Gideon had his own meeting.
It's not really all that.
This is kind of important for some fans.
I guess it's like, oh, these are the faction. These are the people that are going to create the First Order. I think that's what it is. And they're talking about Project Necromancer, which is just for to revive Palpatine. And they mentioned General Thrawn, and Moff Gideon was like,
we need a new
fuck
leader.
That guy. Yeah, he's like, fuck that guy. Where the fuck is he? Like, he's nowhere to be found. Who cares about this blue dude?
Disqualified.
Yeah, he's like, we don't care no more. Like, he had his chance. I'm tired of hearing about him. Let's do something.
And then, we already said, they went to the forge and they saw Moff Gideon. There's a lot to talk about when we hit Moff Gideon point. You know, at the armor.
I have no opinion on Moff Gideon.
Really?
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
So yeah, we get this really cool like mixture of stormtrooper and Mandalorian armor. And my first thought was that like, oh, cosplayers have a new thing to make. I like the armor. I like the shoulder pieces a lot. They were cool.
I was impressed on their actual ability to fight. They were able to shoot down some Mandalorians. They're able to take more than one shot. Get off your phone, yo.
Look at that armor.
What I said was the stormtroopers are actually doing their job. They're able to hit some Mandalorians, and they're able to take more than one hit.
Yeah, because they're wearing Beskar armor. So they're like, what Moff Gideon said was like he took Jedi, Mandalorian, and cloners to create the perfect soldier. They had the element of surprise. They had superior firepower, but yet they still lost. Really, Big Blue just MVP for this, even though he died in the end.
Hit.
Yeah, but he was kind of MVP. God, this armor is actually really cool. I like the shoulders, how they like come stick out. I also like how their helmets are kind of like a skull type of thing.
Just look at that thing. It's a rip-off design for the Mandalorian armor.
They're wearing crotch guards. It's a ripoff of it's a combination. It's like Stormtrooper and Mandalorian. But clone troopers, their armor is from copy Mandalorians, and Stormtroopers copy the clone troopers. So I guess technically
they're just a cheaper version of it.
Yeah, they really Dan Djarin.
Mass production.
I mean, Dan Djarin himself was pretty much taking on like 7 of them by himself.
Yeah.
For some reason, they took him captive. I thought he was about to die. I was like, oh shit, what's going on? Are they about to kill this dude off? They did not. They took him captive. They killed Blue, though, and the rest of the Mandalorians escaped after running into a trap. They ran right into a trap. It was crazy. I don't like how their armor kind of goes into like a V at like the sternum. They wear crotch guards. Crotch guards are so weird. But it's real fun. They got jetpacks and everything. This is sick. Oh, damn. That's actually pretty much it.
Yeah. That's the entire show.
Yeah, it's just a lot of action.
No.
What do you mean, Oh, yeah. We get this final thing. We can see the red troopers from Star Wars episode 8. There's a lot of episodes. Yeah, we see them from episode 8, and like Rey like kills them like very badly. But they came out of nowhere. They really came out of nowhere. It was such a surprise. It was like, oh, okay.
They won't read him.
I guess like it's explaining who those troopers were in the movies. They were these guys. They're just these kind of like Mandalorian stormtroopers. I don't know. They team up them. They kill Blue because he ran up his blaster.
Blaster's overheated.
Overheated. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that. Always gotta watch out for overheating.
Yeah, that's where he ends. He just dropped dead and they walked off. The 3 tree Indian looking.
Hope they die.
They will. But yeah, overall, how well was this episode perceived?
There were some parts that were stupid, but you know, a lot of action. So I like Star Wars action. Is this episode for you?
Good of action, honestly.
The Star Wars action. That's what I said. If you like Star Wars action.
I remember you said something about this show doesn't feel like Mandalorian at some points.
Oh yeah. This is definitely the Bo-Katan show, which is fine. It's just they had to call it the Mandalorian. But I guess technically they're all Mandalorian, so it could be about anyone. But you know, for the first 2 seasons, it was really about Din Djarin. You could have just been like, oh, this Bo-Katan show. Just make it clear it's okay. It's her show, and you add Din Djarin into it. That's fine. I don't think anyone would care. I think something that shocked you was that he like swore his allegiance to her. Like he said,
my god, yes, I forgot that. How
he said like, I will follow you.
He was knighting.
Oh yeah, I bet a lot of the guys on YouTube are gonna be like,
the White Knight.
yeah, it's like he took a very strong and powerful man. He made him swear down to a woman, to a woman. I bet they're gonna say that shit. And it's like, no, it's like I was telling you, it's like, yeah, that makes sense, right? We perceive him as like this great guy. He is a hero because we follow him. But he is just a normal dude who just had this really cool mission with characters that we were able to relate to and follow. And Grogu was cute. We got invested to his story. So that's why we perceive him as being greater than what he actually is to the world. And he's just like a really cool dude who's helping Bo-Katan, who is a queen and who has the Darksaber, and he's fine with this.
They should get married. Then he's the king.